All right, Repo Man 64. I was asked a question in the comment section. Good question. The question was, if the rapture didn't happen on the 23rd, would I lose or like question my salvation or lose faith? The short answer is no. I can't lose faith because God's name is faith. You can't lose God. He's not going to go anywhere. He's God. One of his names is faithful. So you can't really lose faith. I don't think everybody really understands what salvation is and whether or not you're saved. I think there's a confusion with that. And I want to go over a couple of points. The correct question is, are you really saved in the first place? How do you know you're saved? Once God is inside of you, you can't be removed. Once you have salvation, you can't lose it. It doesn't just enter you. The Holy Spirit doesn't enter your heart and then go away. God says you have to believe with your heart. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that whoever believeth on him will have everlasting life. Paraphrasing. So, but then John 6:44, which I remind myself of all the time, and I keep it up on the wall, is no one comes to the Father lest the Father draw him. That takes it out of the ball out of your court. It's no longer, we're sinful, we're dirty, we're never going to do the right thing. It's not going to happen. The thought of, you have to do this or you have to do that is not salvation. That's not how it works. You'll never make the right choice. So how do you know if you're saved? How do you even know? The answer is simple. If you have an honest, ongoing desire to do the will of God, you're saved. That's how you know. You're going to go through your day and question everything you do. Should I do that? Should I steal this? Should I lie about that? It's going to hurt you. It's going to bother you right here. It doesn't bother some people. Some people can go through their day lying and stealing and cheating and say, it's okay. The rich people do it, so I can do it too. They're comparing themselves to other humans. When you compare yourself to another human that you're better than another human, you already failed. You're no better than anybody else. Okay? So I did a little passage study in the Bible. So in Philippians 1:6, it says, "Be confident." He wants you to be confident that you're saved. He doesn't want you to be walking around every day guessing, am I saved? I don't know if I'm saved. I'm scared I'm going to go to hell. Am I saved? And you're just worrying the Holy Spirit over, well, it's everything, but nothing, because you're already saved. How do you know you're saved? Because you want to do the right thing. Every single moment that you are awake, you're wanting to do the right thing. You're praying. Now, doing all these things doesn't save you. I go back to the date. That date never saved me. These guys that are doing this, man, I couldn't even hold a candle to them and their knowledge of the Bible. It's amazing to me as I sit back with my popcorn and watch all the work they did searching for that date. Ministry Direct, Dr. Barry, all these guys, Ministry Direct, Ministry Revealed, sorry, I keep saying that wrong. But all these guys are working so hard. Wackadoodle Samoan, Lisa Boyce over at Watchwoman 65. These guys and gals, sorry, they all are just trying to figure it out. Why are they doing it? Because they're saved. That's why. God ordered them to watch. God said to watch. Is it a sin to watch and guess maybe this date's it? This date looks good. That date looks good. Yeah, why not? I mean, we're ordered to watch. What does that mean? You just sit on your hands and stare up at the sky all day long? Even God, the two angels came back to the apostles, and they were standing there staring up into the sky as Jesus left, waiting for them to come back. And he said, what are you guys doing? You got a job to do. Warn the world. They were like standing there watching. That's not what he meant. He meant get in the Bible and study. This stuff's not easy. Satan thinks that he's going to win. He thinks there's safety in numbers. He's watched God time and time and exhaustively, time again, forgive and get over the horrible things that we've done, including you. All of us. We've all done terrible things. These people, Satan and the other people, you wonder, why don't they know? Well, it's simple. 1 Peter 4:4 says, it's so much so they think something is wrong with the elect. I'm paraphrasing again, but they literally think there's something wrong with us. They think that we're the twisted ones, that we're confused. They think that because we believe in something like this, that there's something wrong with us. Did you know, read Colossians 1:9, did you know that if you're unsaved, and that means God doesn't even know you. He doesn't know anything about you. But did you know if you start praying for that unsaved person's name will make it into the ear of God. And when it does, God will react and start working on them. Now, once God starts a good work, he does not stop. That's written all over the Bible. Philippians 1:6. Be confident when God begins a work in you, he won't stop until it is finished. It's not going to stop. So there's different levels of salvation. In other words, I can't hold a candle to like these guys that have just dissected the Bible in ways I've never seen before. I just sit back every day, absorb this stuff, and learn so much more because of the work they've done. And so there's different levels. There's people who are they're on a cross right next to Jesus. One of them laughs at him, says, "Get down." The other one says, "Remember me." That's all he said. Remember me. Jesus says you'll be with me in paradise today. Now, his salvation, he didn't get to prove much. I guess I would say that if you are doing all these things, it's more of a proof of what you already have. You don't have to do all these things to become saved. You can be the thief on the cross. You can accept Jesus, and that's it. That can happen. But I think the proof is in the pudding. You will do stuff. Stuff will happen. Philippians 2:13. For it is God who works in you to will and to work for his good pleasure. So he's in heaven. He's got all these angels around him, and he saved somebody. There's a huge party thrown in heaven when that happens. They just break out in cheers and everything else every time somebody is saved. So pray for your unsaved people, your unsaved family, unsaved everyone. Pray for them. Get their names up there into heaven to the ear of God, and let God start working in them. Salvation is all of God, nothing of you. You're sinful. You've never done anything right. None of us have. But know this, if you are wanting to do the right thing, something's inside of you working, and you can't lose that. It doesn't go away. So did I lose faith? No, you can't lose faith. You can't lose God. God doesn't go anywhere. He's right there. He's never leaving. And once he's in your heart, he doesn't just jump out and jump back in and jump out. Once you're saved, you're always saved. The question is, are you really saved? And again, how do you know that? Because you have a desire to do the will of God. It all starts with God. It all ends with God. He is Alpha and he is Omega. He is the author of your salvation. He is the one that called you. You were dead. Picture yourself inside of a room. It's on fire. You're dead on the floor. You're going to burn up. There's nothing you can do. Lazarus in the tomb, he was dead. He was done. Jesus came and called him out. Jesus comes and opens that door and brings you out. He does all of it. How do you know he's done it? Because you have a desire to do the will of God. It is a big circle. All of it's a huge circle. And it starts with God and it ends with God. And we are the blessing. We are The joy that happens in heaven when God saves yet one more of us. There's a huge, huge celebration in heaven when that happens. So pray for your unsaved family and friends. Put their names up there in heaven. Watch what happens. Trust in God. Have faith in Him. For now, Repo Man 64. I'll talk to you later. If you have any questions, the comment section. I'll be as honest as I can with any question or as much knowledge as I have. But leave a message or a comment.